को नमस्कार। आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज हम एक बार फिर पुनः एक बहुत बढ़िया सेशन करने जा रहे हैं, जिसमें आज हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो बताएंगे कि मैच मेकिंग वो कैसे करते हैं। और मैं आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। कुछ नए हैं, कुछ पुराने स्टूडेंट हैं, यहाँ सभी बैठे हुए हैं और इनमें से सभी के साथ मेरा स्नेह तो पहले जैसा ही हमेशा के साथ कैसा रहा वैसा है। और एक मैच मेकिंग में आप सभी जने जानते हैं कि मैच मेकिंग के अंदर जनरली गुण मिलान किया जाता है, जिसमें गुण मिलाए जाते हैं। बट हमारा अनुभव आया जीवन में कि इस प्रकार के गुण मिलान से अक्सर मैच मेकिंग प्रॉपरली नहीं हो पाती है। और बहुत सारे गुण मिलान में 30-30 गुण मिलने के बावजूद भी जीवन नर्क में है, या वो विवाह विच्छेद हो गया है। जो और हम समस्याएं जानते हैं वो सभी आई हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि वो मांगलिक होते थे, बिना मांगलिक हुए भी वहां पर समस्याएं बहुत गंभीर आई हैं, और मांगलिक का मांगलिक से होने के बावजूद भी समस्याएं आई हैं। तो ऐसे क्या कारण होते हैं कि गुण मिलान में उन सभी पॉइंट्स को भी कंसीडर करना बहुत जरूरी है, जिसमें हम यहाँ पर गुण मिलान तो करेंगे, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ प्लैनेट्स वाइज भी हम अपने उनके संबंधों को देखेंगे। हम इसके साथ साथ दशाओं के बारे में भी बात करेंगे कि एक दूसरे के लिए वो दशा अच्छी है या खराब है। और तीसरी चीज जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि स्ट्रेंथ निकालते हुए हम ये देखेंगे कि कौन से रिश्ते के लिए ये रिश्ता जो बनने जा रहा है अच्छा है, और कौन से रिश्ते के लिए ये रिश्ता जो बनने जा रहा है ये खराबी दे सकता है, तकलीफ दे सकता है, बीमारी दे सकता है, संघर्ष दे सकता है, असफलता दे सकता है। ऐसी बड़ी सारी चीजें हम देखते हैं विवाह के उपरांत परिवार में हो जाती है, और वो पति की तरफ होंगी, पत्नी की तरफ होंगी, ये सभी बातें। इसके साथ साथ बहुत सारे जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, हम ये देखते हैं कि कौन से तरीके से एक कुंडली जो है अपने आप में अच्छी है, और दूसरी कुंडली जो है उसके साथ मैच करने के लिए ले जानी भी चाहिए या नहीं ले जानी चाहिए। तो ये सारी चीजों को हम जो समावेश करते हैं उसके आधार पे हम जो है प्रॉपर मैच मेकिंग वर्ड जो है हम करते हैं, ताकि हम बता देते हैं कि आपके सिर्फ गुण इतने मिल रहे हैं। मैं तो ये सलाह दूंगा, अगर किसी को गुण मिलान करने हैं तो बड़ी सारी ऐप आई हुई हैं, बड़ी सारी आज की डेट में बड़े सारे जो है सॉफ्टवेयर हैं जिन पे आप अपने आप बैठ के भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उसका लाभ 20-30% से ज्यादा नहीं है। तो मैं अभी सबसे पहले अरविंद जी का स्वागत करता हूं, और अरविंद जी से आग्रह करूंगा कि वो आज के इस गुण मिलान के विषय में अपने मन से, अपनी तरफ से, और जो अभी क्लास जहां तक हम लोग पहुंचे हैं उसमें उन्होंने क्या क्या सीखा है, और क्या वो जानते हैं ज्योतिष के बारे में आज, और उनका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अभी क्या है, वो सभी बताएं। अरविंद जी।
Namaskar, Guruji. My name is Aravind Miryala. I've been learning astrology for some time now. I started with Parashari in KP astrology. But then when I saw Deepak ji's YouTube videos and Nadi astrology, I was very impressed, and I wanted to pursue my Nadi astrology learnings, as I was not fully satisfied with my previous learnings. So I started with my Nadi astrology, and we've been doing this for the last 6 months. And I feel today, delineating charts or even matchmaking that we are in the process of learning, we are very comfortable as of today. And I hope to start, this will be my first delineating the matchmaking chart. I hope I'll be able to apply the principles and the Nadi principles that Guruji has taught us all these days. This is about matchmaking session. My name is Aravind Miryala, as I said, and Guruji. Going to the next slide, these are the two charts that I got from Guruji. These are relatively young boy and girl. As you can see, I have put both the Bhava chart as well as the natal chart side by side for a better comparison. These are the basic parameters based on the moon from both boy and Lagna that are essential for Gun Milan and basic other characteristics for the matchmaking. As you can see, boy is from Purvabhadra Bhadrapada, second pada. Girl is Chitra Nakshatra, fourth pada. Right from beginning, you can see that the Gana is Manushya Gana for boy, whereas girl is a Rakshasa Gana. They both belong to the Varna Vaishya, and Nara is the boys, whereas the inanimate or lifeless for the girl. As far as the composition is concerned, boy is Vata, whereas girl is Pitta. They both have belong to this compatible lion and tiger symbols. Dispositor of moon is Shani, whereas for the girl, it is Venus. And the nakshatra lord for the boy is Jupiter, whereas for the girl is Mars. And as you know, that Lagna, moon, and Lagna lord and seventh lord are very important for matchmaking. I have put these details in this chart. Let's talk about first the Gun Milan chart, and then we'll go on to talk about individual chart strengths of each individual, boy and girl, and then try to compare as for matchmaking together. This is Ashta Koota, as we all know, consists of 8 gunas for matchmaking. It indicates aspects of matchmaking, starting with Varna, starting with Vashya, Varna, Tara Ardhina Kota, Yoni, Graha Maitri, Gana, Rashi, or Bakut, and Nadi Kotas. All these 8 Ashtagunas comprise of 36 points. It is generally recommended that a minimum of 18 is required for a decent Kundli Milan. Higher, the better. In addition to Ashtakuta points, it is also recommended to look into Sri Dirga, Mahindra, Raju, and Veda. Even though these 4 aspects of marriage matching have no points, however, they are considered very important for better functioning of married life. Some astrologers in South consider Veda as very important aspect, and they do not proceed with matchmaking process if Veda criteria is not met. Veda simply means affliction brought about by the union of 2 conflicting nakshatras. We have about 14 combinations of nakshatras that are considered as Veda. As you can see in the chart, I have given the summary of 12 Gun Milan aspects that we have learned from Guruji, its meaning and allotted points. In this particular case, we have a match of 21 points, which is little bit more than 18 points required. And more importantly, Veda criteria does not matter here. The boy's nakshatra is Purvabhadrapada and girl's nakshatra is Chitra. And this combination does not include in the Veda exclusion list. Therefore, Veda condition does not make. I got 21 points, but when I checked with Jagannath Hora, it gives me 20 points. I'm not sure where I missed 1 point, but since doesn't give details, Jagannath Hora doesn't give details, I could not figure that out. It is generally agreed that, like Guruji also said in the beginning, Ashta Koota is only 25% of matchmaking. And sometimes, in spite of getting high score, the marriages still fail. Therefore, the major chunk of the matchmaking, the 75%, should be done on the strength of the charts, or the other aspects such as Lagna, Lagna Lord, condition of moon, and more importantly for matchmaking, Venus, Mars, and their status, and the influence of Rahu, Ketu on them. And this has to be checked on both the charts, boy and girl's chart. I want to talk some of the individual chart features. If you go on to the next slide, yeah, next slide. Starting with boy, this is a Tula Lagna. And what I have done in this chart is I try to get the dispositors of both the boys and girls final dispositor for each planet. As you can see, for boy, it's repeatedly Mars or Saturn heavy. whereas for the girls, it is Jupiter or Venus heavy. What I've also done is, based on the points allocated with Grahamai 3, usually we compare for the moon, taking the dispositors and the relationship for the boy and girl. Moon has given good 5 points, but I have repeated the same process for all the 7 planets for both boy and girl, and see how they are compatible. As you can see, Mercury is the one which got 0 points, and whatever I've highlighted in yellow are the ones, it's okay, medium. So the green ones are the ones which got full points. So talk about some features, individual features of this chart, starting with boy, is a Tula Lagna. Tula people wants balance and harmony in everything. These natives are born charmers. It's an Aries sign that likes ideas, creativity, society. It's a mobile sign, and they don't like routine, they like creativity. Here the Lagna Lord Venus is in 2nd house of Dhana, Kutumba Bhava, aspecting its own 8th house. Native will have enough money. That tells you that native will have enough money, and you would like branded things, aspected by Rahu, and therefore more desire for finer things, and hence becomes a spendthrift. And the final dispositors of all the planets, Mars and Saturn, are highlighting 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 7th houses. Sun is a Badaka Lord, sitting with Mercury, which is the 9th and 12th Lord. Ketu is in the 4th house, could have given breaks in early education. Boy may have not have done very well with the education. Post, there is an exchange, Saturn and Mars. Post exchange, Saturn is causing Vish Yoga with Moon in the 5th house. This yoga steals happiness and peace of mind of the native. Saturn is a Yoga Karaka and coming to its own 5th house after exchange, losing some of its debilitation. However, after exchange, it is also giving native Mahapratap Yoga with the 159 lords aspects or conjunction. Boy has only Ketu in Prithvi Tattva Rashis, indicating that he may not have much stability or practicality. The other tattvas are a bit balanced. Coming to matchmaking aspect of boy, Venus is the wife in man's chart. Venus in the 2nd house is an enemy sign aspecting its own 8th house. Venus does not aspect Jupiter, neither does it have aspect of Ketu, but has the 10th aspect of Saturn after exchange. Venus is also aspected by Mars, 7th Lord after exchange. The journey of Venus to Mars has planets Sun, Moon, Sun, Mercury, but more importantly, Ketu. Journey of Mars to Venus has planets of Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and of course Rahu, thus suggesting delays, breaks, and disputes in marriage. Boy becomes Manglik after exchange with 7th house Mars. Girl is not Manglik as her Mars is in 5th house. Native, considering all these things, native will be better off marrying late because of Saturn influence, maybe in his 30s. A little bit about boy's parents. They could have marital issues too. Boy's mother could have anxiety related issues. And on a side note, the boy could do very well if he shows interest in studying of astrology. Now coming to the girl chart, it's a Leo Lagna. Native feels kingly. It's a fiery sign and it's a fixed sign. Craves for attraction, admiration. These natives are born leaders, have lots of ego. Image is everything for these natives. Don't like to be bossed around. They listen to everyone, but they do what they want to do. There is an exchange of Venus and Jupiter planets between 8th and 10th lords. Venus in the 8th house gives girl desired money. Yoga Karaka Mars is in 5th house in a friendly sign. However, he is also the Badaka Lord and is conjunct with Ketu, boosting aggression. 11th house Rahu gives unending desires as Rahu is in its own nakshatra. Jupiter, Venus, are final dispositors of all the planets in girl's chart, thus highlighting 3rd, 5th, 8th, and 10th houses. Girl also has a very high fault-finding nature. Girl's tattvas are more balanced. After exchange of Venus-Jupiter, Venus is in conjunct with 7th Lord Saturn in its own house of Taurus, thus also indicating that it is better off for this girl to get married late. Mars is the husband in girl's chart. Mars is aspecting Jupiter after Venus-Jupiter exchange. However, Jupiter has no aspect on Lagna or Mars. Also, Mars is conjunct with Ketu. Mars to Venus journey has only one planet, but that's a dreaded planet, which is a deal breaker, Ketu. Journey of Venus to Mars has all the planets except Ketu. Girl could have gas troubles, anger issues. Girl's father could also have extreme anger. Girl's mother could be futuristic and could have unending desires. Moon is in 5-9 combination with boy's moon leading that of girls. However, Moon is in Vishu Yoga after Saturn exchange with Mars. And girl's moon is in Kemadrum in enemy sign. It is also said that if boy's moon is 5th from girl's moon, there is a potential for widowhood. This is some of the belief that South Indian astrologers have it. Sun, the soul, is well placed in both charts with 5-9 combination. It might give better immunity, name, fame, generosity, noble nature, position, power, and pride. Lagna is in 3-11 combination with no major negativity. However, it looks like that both are spendthrifts. Girl is running the Jupiter-Saturn dasha, and boy is running Saturn-Mars dasha, both activating their 5th and 7th houses. These two individuals could be in love as 5th house and 7th house are connected. Girl could have potential issue with conceiving and or childbirth because of Mars-Ketu connection in the 5th house. Though there is no Veda, Kundli Milan has a decent 21 Ashta Koota points. Girl being a Rakshasa Gana and boy being a Mano Gana, and lots of negativity between primary matchmaking planets like Venus and Mars in both charts, with the influence of Rahu and Ketu in both charts. This is not only the cause for delays and disputes, it might also cause a lot of disharmony and cause problems in the regular married life. Considering all these facts and the age of the natives, it is recommended either they delay their marriage into 30s or even better, look for other better matches.
Amazing. बहुत बहुत बढ़िया. मैं सबसे कहूंगा एक बारी सब जने अपना खोल के जरा अच्छे दिल से सब. मीनाक्षी जी क्या म्यूट होकर क्या बजा रहे हो ताली?
बहुत अच्छा है,
बहुत ही अच्छे से किया,
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत सुंदर.
अरविंद जी कमाल कर दिया. बहुत 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 बढ़िया, अमेजिंग जिसे मैं कहूँ.
सर बहुत ही फ्लुएंसी के साथ और बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ किया. वेरी गुड.
अरविंद जी तो हमेशा कमाल ही करते हैं, सिक्सर लगाते हैं सीधे.
बस गुरु जी की कृपा है.
गुरु जी की कृपा तो सबके ऊपर है, ऐसी
सर,
बनी रहे
लगता नहीं
हमेशा.
आप सिर्फ 6 महीने से इस चीज के टच में है सर, बहुत प्रोफेशनली तरह से.
नहीं, 6 महीने इन्होंने बड़ी मेहनत करी है. बेसिकली क्या होता है, सारा अंतर जो होता है, सब जने जब मेहनत करते हैं तो वहां से उनके जो एक निखार जो होता है बहुत बढ़िया आता है. जैसे यहाँ पे पाविका जी बैठे हैं, पाविका जी के पास क्लाइंटेज बहुत ज्यादा है, तो इनकी प्रैक्टिस अपने आप बहुत हो जाती है. सुनीता जी के पास भी लोग काफी आते जाते रहते हैं, काफी पूछने वाले रहते हैं, तो इनका अभ्यास अपने आप होता रहता है. क्लास में भी इन्होंने पाविका जी, सुनीता जी ने 5-5 चार्ट मैच मेकिंग के करे थे. 5-5 7-7 चार्ट. गलत तो नहीं बोल रहा जी पाविका जी?
हाँ सर, डबल होके 12-14 हो गए थे.
तो आप बताइए, इन्होंने इतना अभ्यास करा तो इनके ना बिल्कुल जैसे कहते हैं ना एक्सपर्टाइज, जिसे जिस चीज को कहते हैं वो वाली बहुत अच्छी एक्सपर्टाइज एकदम से। मैंने आप सभी को एक ही बात बोली है, हमेशा बताई है कि अ, हमारी तरफ से तो जो सब कुछ हम दे सकते हैं वो पूरा देंगे, लेकिन अभ्यास सभी को स्वयं करना है।